Good morning, 8 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. This is liveweatherblogs.com meteorologist Bob Acanfrio with today's tropical update for Saturday, October 23rd, 2010. We continue to watch Tropical Storm Richard starting to near the Honduras area as it's just off to the east there. As of 8 a.m., we have maximum sustained winds at 45 miles an hour. Movement is west, although the National Hurricane Center says an uncertain west at 4 miles an hour. Center has been really hard to locate, although if you look at the satellite view the last few hours, it looks like we're getting a little better organization of this system, although I did say that yesterday and it never really got better organized. But it does look like it's getting better organized today. This thing's been really fighting that dry air more than I originally thought. I knew dry air was going to be a problem. I didn't think it was going to last this long. And the shear has even that strong winds of that strong subtropical jet to its north has really not budged much at all either. So that's been a little bit of a problem, and it's really stretched this system, has it elongated it northeast to southwest a little bit. Anyway, here's the official forecast track, and as I noted yesterday, it looked like the system was going to sink a little farther south than the National Hurricane Center had originally thought, and you can see that today, and all the models are now showing that this is going to come farther south. So what that does is the system is kind of weak right now, not as strong as we originally thought it would be at this time. So it's going to get much closer to land, much closer to the Honduras coastline. So what's going to happen is this: in order for the system to really strengthen, it's going to have to take this path to the north here. And that's not looking likely at this time. So if this does interact with more land along the Honduras coastline here, it's going to be a weaker system. It does have still that little opportunity to possibly become a hurricane before landfall if it takes this more northerly track like this and stays over land. But then again, that shear is still up here pretty strong. So boy, it's not looking likely. I'd give this about probably about a 10 to 20% chance of becoming a hurricane at this time. Not as much as we thought a few days ago. So definitely probably maintain tropical storm strength all the way to Belize. There is still this tropical storm watch probably should have been taken down by now across the northeastern Honduras coastline here. But anyway, we have tropical storm warnings across the entire Honduras coastline here. Then we have tropical storm watches for Belize. These will probably be upgraded to tropical storm warnings. We still have this hurricane watch up here, but I think this will probably be discontinued, though. They might want to put out tropical storm hurricane watches out in this area just in case, but I'm not sure. Any travel plans to Cancun and Cozumel, you guys look like you're going to be in the clear, so keep your travel plans. And as we've seen with systems that move like this, once they get over Central America, they're done. So I don't expect any regeneration over the Gulf of Mexico, and shear is still going to be pretty high up here anyway. So no threat to the United States at all with this system. And here's looking at the satellite loop this morning, and you can see it looks like it's getting more symmetrical. You know, it's been kind of elongated, kind of messy looking on the satellite view, but it's looking like it's starting to become, if you see, it's kind of becoming more of a ball shaped here, looking more symmetrical. So could be getting itself together this morning. We'll have to see if this trend continues, but everything is pointing towards slow strengthening today. And again, land interaction is going to be its main deterrent over the next couple days here. And here we are looking at the water vapor loop. You can see this area of moistening of the atmosphere here is getting bigger and bigger as time goes on in this area here. So we're definitely moistening up. The dry air, again, has been a little hard to really get loose here. And I'll show you on the water vapor loop, there's really high shear right in this area here. As you can see, just ripping these clouds off quickly to the northeast here. So system is really going to have to hang to the south in order for it to develop. But again, it looks like it's getting a little better organized this morning. And here's that high shear. You can see right now the center is, still in that 10 to 15 knot area, 20 knots. So that's conducive for slow developing, but you can see, look at this. I mean, just to its north, we have 20, 30, 40, 50, about 20, 30, 40 knot shear right up in this area here. This area hasn't lifted as far north as I thought it would originally do, so it's really kept itself down in here, and it looks like it's not really going to budge anytime soon today. So again, between land and shear, there's just that little window of opportunity for this system to strengthen, and it's a pretty small window. All right, let's go through the model runs. This is the GFS ensemble tracks. You can see everybody pretty much pointing towards the west. Again, a move more towards the north would have a chance for this system to strengthen a little more, but I'm pretty much grouped right in this area. I believe this storm's going to roll right into this area, right in here, right just north or along the Honduras coastline, and then into Belize here in a couple days. And again, here's more of the models, a lot of the global models. The only outlier right now is the HWRF model that brings it pretty far north here. You discount that guy right here. This thing is all going to move right just like this. And then it'll dissipate over Central America. Intensity models, you can see nobody in that hurricane range anymore pretty much. Everybody clustered in that 50 to 60 knot peak for Richard. And that's what it's really looking like at the moment right now with this system. GFDL, again, doesn't bring it to a hurricane anymore. Keeps it pretty close to the Honduras coastline and then into Belize and then dissipates over Central America. This is the Euro model, again, bringing it near that Belize coastline. A little farther north than some of the other models, kind of the northern Belize coastline here. But again, and nothing out in the future for the Euro at this time. GFS, we'll roll this into motion here. It'll start up again here in a second. And you can see again, keeps it closer to the, as you saw with the ensemble models, keeps it closer to the Honduras border here. So again, that would make a weaker system. Anything in the future, looks like we try to spin something up out here. That's pretty far north for late next week. And then early in the first week of November, we see another system it's trying to develop here in the Central Caribbean again. Way far out. We'll have to see what happens there if that does develop. It could be one of our last little systems of this tropical season. And finally, the UK Met model, pretty much the same thing as all the rest of the models have been showing. That move, just north of the Honduras coastline and then into Belize and then dissipation. So you can see all the models are pretty much on board. My thinking yesterday was that this would slip a little farther south, move along that Honduras border, and it has. So everything is going as planned. I thought the only thing I thought it might be a little stronger by now, but hey, that's good news that it's weaker. So especially people on Rotan Island there should be pretty much spared by this system. They can handle a tropical storm. But then again, just watch it just carefully. If it does try to slip a little farther north and shear lightens, it's in that area where things could ramp up in a hurry, but I don't really see that happening at this time. And the bigger picture here, let's just show you the bigger picture here, and you can see looking at the WSI satellite view here, we're just looking at the system out here by the Cape Verde Islands. Yesterday it looked like it might have had a chance to develop in the next day or two, but now it's starting to move farther north, have this upper low here to its west here, so it's going to be pushing it off to the northwest, and once it gets past about 25 north here, waters definitely get much cooler, so its opportunity is starting to dwindle. It doesn't look as developed as it did yesterday. I was hoping maybe we would see something out of this to have one of those, very late Cape Verde season storms. Could be one of the latest ever, but that's looking less and less likely this morning. So that's it for my tropical update today. I will have another tropical update for you guys tomorrow morning on see what's the latest on Richard. Stay tuned to liveweatherblogs.com for all your latest weather information. Have a good day.